Doctor Strange, 2016, a journey into the mystical side of the Marvel Universe. Introduction. Released in 2016, Doctor Strange is the 14th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, and introduces audiences to a world of magic, mysticism, and alternate dimensions. Directed by Scott Derrickson, the film tells the origin story of Dr. Stephen Strange, a brilliant but arrogant neurosurgeon whose life is changed forever after a devastating car accident. The film blends breathtaking visual effects with a compelling character journey, taking the MCU into uncharted mystical territory. Starring Benedict Cumberbatch as the titular character, Doctor Strange expands the boundaries of the MCU, both narratively and visually. The film incorporates mind-bending visuals inspired by the psychedelic comic book art of the 1960s. Alongside a story that delves into themes of self-discovery, humility, and the power of the mind. With a stellar cast and a distinctive visual style, Doctor Strange successfully introduces one of Marvel's most complex and fascinating characters to the big screen. Plot overview. The film begins by introducing Drive. Stephen Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, a renowned but egotistical neurosurgeon who excels at his craft but is driven by his pride and desire for recognition. His professional success, however, does little to endear him to others, and his personal relationships are strained, particularly with Christine Palmer, Rachel McAdams, a fellow surgeon and former lover. Strange's life takes a catastrophic turn when he is involved in a horrific car accident that severely damages his hands, rendering him unable to perform surgery. Desperate to regain his former life and career, Strange undergoes multiple experimental surgeries, all of which fail to restore full function to his hands. His despair and obsession drive him to search for unconventional means of healing. Strange's journey eventually leads him to Kamar Taj, a mystical sanctuary in Nepal, where he seeks out the help of the Ancient One, Tilda Swinton, a powerful sorcerer who has mastered the mystic arts. Initially skeptical of the teachings at Kamar Taj, Strange is soon introduced to a world of magic and alternate dimensions that defy his scientific understanding. The Ancient One shows him that the mind, body, and spirit are interconnected and that true healing lies not in the physical realm but in the mystical one. Under the tutelage of the Ancient One and Mordo, Chiwetel Ejiofor, another master of the mystic arts, Strange begins his training in sorcery. He learns to manipulate energy, cast spells, and open portals to other dimensions. However, Strange's arrogance and desire for personal power continue to clash with the humility required to fully embrace the mystic arts. As Strange grows in power, he learns of the existence of Dormammu, a powerful and malevolent being who rules the dark dimension. Dormammu seeks to merge his dimension with Earth, granting him dominion over all reality. Strange also becomes aware of the rogue sorcerer Caecilius, Mads Mikkelsen, a former disciple of the Ancient One who has turned against her. Caecilius believes that Dormammu's power offers the key to eternal life, and he seeks to summon Dormammu to Earth. Caecilius, along with his followers, steals pages from an ancient spellbook that will allow him to bring Dormammu to Earth. As Caecilius begins to unleash the dark forces of the dark dimension, Strange is thrust into a battle for the fate of the world. Despite being a novice sorcerer, Strange quickly becomes one of the most capable defenders of Earth. Wielding powerful artifacts such as the Eye of Agamotto, which houses the Time Stone, one of the Infinity Stones. The film's climax takes place in Hong Kong. where Caecilius and his zealots have nearly succeeded in bringing Dormammu to Earth. In a bold and clever move, Strange uses the Time Stone to trap himself and Dormammu in an endless time loop, forcing Dormammu to experience the same moment of defeat over and over again. Unable to escape the loop, Dormammu ultimately agrees to leave Earth in exchange for his freedom. And Strange saves the world from destruction. In the aftermath of the battle, Mordo becomes disillusioned with the Ancient One's teachings after learning that she drew power from the Dark Dimension to extend her life. This leads to Mordo abandoning the Order, setting the stage for future conflicts. Strange, now the Sorcerer Supreme, takes up residence in the Sanctum Sanctorum in New York, vowing to protect Earth from mystical threats. Key characters and performances: Dr. Stephen Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch. Cumberbatch's portrayal of Strange is charismatic and layered, perfectly capturing the character's journey from arrogant surgeon to humble protector of the mystical realm. His transformation is the heart of the film, and Cumberbatch brings both wit and gravitas to the role. The Ancient One, Tilda Swinton. Swinton's performance as the Ancient One is both ethereal and grounded, portraying a character who is wise, enigmatic, and not without her own flaws. Her mentorship of Strange is crucial to his development, and her moral complexity adds depth to her role. Mordo, Chiwetel Ejiofor. Mordo is a staunch believer in the rules of the mystic arts, and his eventual disillusionment with the Ancient One's methods sets him on a darker path. Ejiofor's performance is intense and layered, hinting at the character's potential future as an antagonist. Caecilius, Mads Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen's portrayal of Caecilius is chilling and tragic. As a villain, he is driven by a desire for eternal life and power, believing that Dormammu's dark magic offers a path to salvation. His motivations are rooted in a sense of betrayal and loss, making him more than just a one-dimensional antagonist. Christine Palmer, Rachel McAdams. Though Christine's role is more grounded in the real world, McAdams brings warmth and humanity to the character. She serves as an emotional anchor for Strange, reminding him of his former life and the person he once was. Themes: humility and self-discovery. Central to the film's narrative is Stephen Strange's journey of self-discovery. Initially driven by ego and a desire for personal success, Strange learns that true power comes from humility and the willingness to serve a greater purpose. His arc from arrogance to selflessness is emblematic of the traditional hero's journey. The power of the mind. The film explores the mind's capacity to shape reality, particularly through the use of magic. Strange's initial skepticism about the mystic arts reflects his scientific worldview, but as he learns to tap into his mind's potential, he discovers that reality is far more malleable than he once believed. Time and mortality. The themes of time and mortality are central to the conflict between Strange, Caecilius, and Dormammu. Strange's use of the Time Stone to defeat Dormammu emphasizes the importance of time as both a weapon and a tool for learning. Caecilius's desire for eternal life and the Ancient One's secret use of dark magic to extend her own life underscore the film's exploration of the inevitability of death and the consequences of seeking to avoid it. Balance of power. The film touches on the idea of balance in the use of power, particularly in the Ancient One's teachings. Her use of dark magic, while controversial, is portrayed as necessary for maintaining balance between different dimensions. This theme is echoed in Mordo's eventual disillusionment, as he believes that breaking the natural laws of magic leads to dangerous consequences. Visual effects and production. Mind-bending visuals. One of the most striking aspects of Doctor Strange is its mind-bending visual effects, which push the boundaries of what has been seen in previous MCU films. The mirror dimension, astral projections, and the manipulation of time and space are all rendered with stunning visual fidelity. The New York cityscape fight, where buildings twist and fold in kaleidoscopic patterns, is a visual highlight. Magical combat. The film's depiction of magic-based combat is unique within the MCU. Rather than relying solely on brute strength or physical weapons, the characters manipulate energy, create magical weapons, and use portals to engage in combat. This makes for dynamic and visually inventive fight scenes, such as the battle between Strange and Caecilius in the mirror dimension. Cinematography and design. The film's design draws heavily on the psychedelic art of the original Doctor Strange comics from the 1960s. The use of vibrant colors and surreal imagery adds to the otherworldly feel of the movie, making it a distinct entry in the MCU. Reception and impact. Doctor Strange was a critical and commercial success, grossing over $677 million worldwide. It was praised for its visual effects, Benedict Cumberbatch's performance, and its fresh take on the superhero genre by incorporating mysticism and magic. Critics noted that while the film follows a familiar MCU origin story formula, its execution, especially the visual spectacle, set it apart from other films in the franchise. The film's introduction of the Time Stone as a key element in the larger MCU narrative had major implications for future films, particularly Avengers: Infinity War and Avengers: Endgame. Doctor Strange also opened the door for more mystical and cosmic elements to be explored in the MCU, leading to Strange's significant role in the broader universe. Legacy and future of Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange solidified Stephen Strange as a central figure in the MCU, with his character playing pivotal roles in Thor: Ragnarok, Avengers: Infinity War, and Avengers: Endgame. His mastery of the mystic arts makes him one of the most powerful characters in the MCU. And his development as the Sorcerer Supreme is set to continue in future films. The sequel, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, was highly anticipated and promised to delve even deeper into the multiverse and the consequences of Strange's actions. The introduction of magic and alternate dimensions in Doctor Strange laid the groundwork for future explorations of these concepts in the MCU. Conclusion. Doctor Strange is a visually stunning and thematically rich addition to the MCU that expands the universe in exciting and unexpected ways. By introducing magic and mysticism, the film opens up new storytelling possibilities while grounding its narrative in the personal growth of its lead character. With a charismatic performance from Benedict Cumberbatch and groundbreaking visual effects, Doctor Strange is a standout film that has left a lasting impact on the Marvel Cinematic Universe.